Hi, hello. We're in Acushla.
Have you guys done any touring with your band? Or you're relatively new.
We're relative. So I had a band in Ireland before I left, and we did a good bit of touring around the country. And then this is a band I've had for the last year, and we've just done London, so gigs all around London, and we're looking at doing one in Paris soon because like I said, I used to live there. I have a few contacts there, and in Ireland, and that's about it. And hopefully up the country, maybe up to Liverpool or somewhere like that. But Brighton. But that's as ambitious as we are.
Yeah,
Just yet,
yeah,
it's a lot of when you're doing it yourself, because we don't have a booking agent yet or anything. It's a lot of faff. Yeah,
a lot of what?
it's a lot of trouble to put to do it.
Yeah, what is the faff? Is that trouble or what?
Yeah, that's trouble.
Faff.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah, faff. Yeah, that's
faff.
like
Okay,
yeah, trouble you bring upon yourself, right?
okay,
Yeah,
faff. All right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
for what's unique about interviewing you on this is because you're a band actually a band, and you're playing a lot of live shows. And it seems like the trend, at least the people I've been speaking to on SoundCloud, is to do more in front of your computer and produce it that way and put it online, but don't really play live that often. But you're more geared towards live shows, I suppose, huh? Part of it for you.
that is a big part, but to be honest, it was like it was kind of started the other way in that I had done music after my first band online for a while when I was traveling a little bit, and I tried to put a band together in Brussels, but it was too difficult because I was there for a year, and you have very different sensibilities. If you don't all grow up on the same kind of stuff, it can be quite hard. So then I found in London it was very, very easy to find people to play with. And we had always from the start been focused on playing gigs and just having, you know, getting gigs, and then afterwards we would record something. So everything that's on SoundCloud is like recordings from live gigs and stuff we've all done ourselves and inputted on. But it's yeah, the whole project was initially a live band.
You want to
As a
start with sulking then? We'll talk about sulking.
Yeah, let's talk about talking.
Okay.
And you eat what you kill when you get there. And you don't know how long you can get. Something takes time, it takes effort. And you don't know how long you can get it.
So Sulking is the opener. I think it's going to be the opener on the new EP that Acushla are doing. My thoughts with that, I think the starting point for it was we were exploring jazzy chords a la King Cruel, and we were going down that path, and we were trying to get something heavier and sludgier and slower. And at home, I tried to do a lot of clean chords with reverb, like I don't know what you call it, I guess a diminished seven kind of chords. Those sort of very condensed jazzy chords. I was playing around with that, and I came up with the dum 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 riff. Brought it to the guys. We heavied it up. And then we worked in the dynamics into the verses and then worked out the lyrics that way. Lyrics-wise, it's supposed to be kind of fragments of scenes that someone's, remembering. So it's all like little observations about memories that they've had, and reflecting on those memories.
You talk to somebody with the same name as you?
Yeah, so that's a good story actually. We were so my name is Robert McDonald. I was at a I was at a bar like 3 weeks ago, and I met someone with I swear to God the exact same name as me, but he was from Scotland. He was half Scottish, half Pakistani, the guy, and he had the exact same name. I thought, wow, that is my cue to leave. That has to be a sign that I need to get the hell out of here. So I brought that and I had practice the next day, and I brought it up in practice, and I just thought, wow, wasn't that a strange experience? I had to work that into something. But yeah, I felt as though that was the universe telling me something, but I didn't know what exactly it was. To be honest, I feel like it doesn't work as well as the other parts rhythmically.
I spoke to someone with my name. He told me too much about him. He told me where was he when.
Now we have done a bit of recording, as I said.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's gotten kind of lost, because I, of course, started and I've never played live, actually, now I think about it.
Right.
That's pretty sad.
Really?
So a lot of, I mean, that's terrible.
That can be arranged, mate. You come to the UK, we'll sort you
Okay.
out.
Really a big part of playing music is being with friends, and playing live is a huge part of it.
So I found when I was doing it just myself, it was not fun. I didn't get the same kick out of it. And also, I think the music is worse if you don't have someone to bounce the ideas off, and you don't have like an editor, like a real-time editor. If you're playing something in a practice that's kind of stupid, and they'll say, maybe not that. That really sharpens the music up quite a bit. And there's also, if you have multiple songwriters in a group, there's a competitiveness to the songwriting that really makes everyone's music better. It's like John Lennon in his solo years. It's good, but come on. It wasn't, it doesn't have the same sharpness to it as he's trying to compete with the other greatest songwriter of all time, and also George Harrison. He's kind of pushing it a little bit, but it doesn't have the same
Total Impact Football.
pointedness to it.
I can't wait for the day to start. The evening's far too thin. I can't look at the other side. So we just begin.
Yeah, so Total Impact Football,
Yeah.
Forever, TIFF. It was originally very different. And it was right up until the day before we recorded, I was still kind of changing some of the lyrics, like the second line of verse 2, I can't want for what they had made, and all I did to rise. Context it works because it's just a lot of what noises, like WH, plosive noises. But the title of it, I think, is good. It's a Total Impact Football Forever. It's supposed to be a reference to Strawberry Fields Forever, for one. Total Football, which is an album by Parky Courts, and Total Impact, or Impact Football, which is something else. It's like a special rules of football or rugby or something.
It ends kind of like this. It doesn't end like this, does it? Or
Big astute observation, because that was an argument that we
Okay.
had, myself and Dylan, the bass player, because it was between as a partial, and the perfect cadence would go to the G, but this was a suspended cadence. So On the band version, it doesn't resolve. On the acoustic version, it does resolve. And my thinking behind that was that the song is, you know, there's no. It felt like the right thing to do because there's no resolution to the emotions of the song. It's about something continuing, and it never gets sorted. And it's about, you know, like fundamental defects and things like that. It's, you know, there's no sorting some of these things, and it's not a happy ending. The song, so best.
I guess you enjoy writing. Do you see yourself as a writer first, or how does that? How did writing come to you earlier than music, or?
Yeah, and I've done both always. I think I'm definitely better. I'm not because I'm not. I don't think I'm that accomplished as a player. So this is what I've put the most time into. But if someone, you know, were to pick something to compliment, I'd be more appreciative of the compliments on the writing as opposed to the playing, for sure,
Yeah.
without a doubt, because that's the thing I value more. I'm always more impressed by very good songwriting than very good playing.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of get, you know, to a certain degree, you can get very good at playing without having much to get it where you want to go. And you had to burn through a lot of crap as well. Like you had to write so many bad songs. You know, and I think all of us in the band, because we all write more or less. We've all done it for years and have gone through a lot of bad songs. And the other thing that's good about this band specifically and writing with this band is you get input from everyone, you know, on the basis of their experience, and it makes it's that point I was talking about at the start where you're just doing it by yourself, and this would be a very different song. You know, and it wouldn't necessarily be a more personal song just because you've written it by yourself. It would just be a worse song for me, I think. But, you know, because different people work different ways, but some people can absolutely do it by themselves. But
Yeah, I think like you were talking about in the beginning, editing is a huge part of it because as a creative person, it's hard to let go of certain things. You don't even see it actually because you're so tied to the material. But to have somebody that will help you take things away is a really powerful thing too. You know, I think of what is one of my favorite? Is it Raymond Carver who wrote the thing? The thing when I talk about love.
yeah, Raymond Carver.
Raymond Carver. So I love his stories, but I read about his editor. Raymond came with a book like this big, and his editor made it this big.
Yeah,
Put them together, and it was this that became the book that he wrote. So,
yeah.
and I think it's nice to have somebody that helps you along with that.
It's like with The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot. I think it was Ezra Pound who was the editor of that, and that was a totally different thing. I mean, the poem is the editing. Like it's all, and it's like without the editing, it's just kind of a mid-tier poem. One of the songwriters I really like is a guy called Alex G. You know that guy?
Yeah. I recently discovered he's great.
He's very good. And one thing he does in a lot of his songs is G to F to A minor. I just wanted to use that in something. That was the first point, was the G to F to A minor, which I got on my cousin's couch, and I thought, okay, I'll remember that. I'll use that for something because it sounds kind of Alex G-ish.
Yeah.
And you just work back from that. But I think that chord progression is the source. You know, like a good chord progression is what you build everything else off of.
Yeah. I know what my next song's going to be. G to F. What is it? G to A minor to F?
No, that's all patented. That's all.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
You know, yeah. You know what I've been stuck on, and I actually just start writing songs around it because it feels comfortable for me to sing, is I've been stuck with A minor to E minor to F to C. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like wandering thing, and I just keep writing different songs around it. I can't
Like
get away from
I'm Only Sleeping by the Beatles, is that? When I wake up early in the
it.
morning.
Is that the same thing?
Except it's a G to C. So it's A minor, E, G to C.
Oh, maybe I gotta try that.
Try the G.
I'll
See
try
how
the
the G
This conversation is gonna change my life.
yeah.
This is the right time.
It's like that guy who said to stick to the G, and now
Yeah, he said G.
all these songs are working.
Exactly. People really like me now, Mom.
This is all crap before.
Yeah.
It's no, the G's
The
the
third
C.
song is called Stand.
Upstanding, yeah. Okay, so I've had the lyrics of the other songs open in front of me. I don't have this one down because this was recorded a while. It's what can I say about it? I don't really have much to say about it. It's all kind of, there's references to Twin Peaks in there, which I was watching at the time. That's, you know, I don't think it was Jacoby.
I was thinking Kobe Bryant or something. I was like a Jersey fan.
Ah, really? Okay.
I thought.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know who that is, being Irish. No, it was Jacoby, for the doctor in Twin Peaks.
Talk so loud you make me nervous. Complaining about table service. I will tell you when I'm going to go home. I'm just gonna slip out all on my own. The night hides from you what I can't be. Don't tell me that you're glad to have met.
It was, but the idea was that you had a character who found someone else to be more upright or upstanding than they were, and they were concerned about their own upstandingness, or like their own character, and it was another like a comparing song, and memories of a relationship and that sort of thing.